Let's say you wanted to test yesterday's capacity utilization using NinjaTrader 8. So the first thing you have to do is disconnect your live connection. And then you have to connect, and you don't have to connect anything. The first thing you want to do is go to historical data, tools, historical data. And you get this chart. You go to market replay and you go to load. And then again, you go to market replay, get market replay. Pick the instrument. So if we were going to trade gold yesterday, it's GC 1219. The date was the 14th. It's already set, so you download it. Watch down at the bottom, it downloaded it. Then you just close this window. Now you connect, playback connection. And you get this control panel. Okay, you get the control panel. Then you need to put the day in of the report that you're testing. So it was the 14th, right? So it's 10/7 here. So you put your cursor there, you back it up, and you could type 14 in. If you do what I just did, if you screw up, just click on something. I have to fix it. So now I got to squeeze it in. 10/14, 2019. It's probably easier to use the arrows, and then your end. So your start and your end should be the same date, and it should be on market replay. So 10/14, 2009, 10/14, 2009. In this blank space here, right click your mouse button, go to, and then set this to the same date, 10/14, 2009, and the time of the trade yesterday was 4 o'clock. So you're going to set it to 3:59. Give yourself 6 seconds before the trade. Okay. 3:59:54. Highlight the AM, click the arrow, and make it PM because it was an afternoon trade, and okay it. Now what should happen, you'll see NinjaTrader, ridiculously like a video recorder, is going to start at the beginning of the day instead of doing it the way NinjaTrader 7 does it and start right at the moment. So you have to wait for the day to play itself out till you can test the trade. It's an unbearable waste of time. So I'm waiting. All right, so it finally got here. Now you check your time. Remember, it was a 4 o'clock trade. So now you have to set up the trade, right? So you go to strategies, JOBB, like we always do. Turn off the zones, four tick bracket. Remember, it's Empire State is what we're setting up for. You don't need this clock. You're using the replay clock. Now, why the replay clock disappeared is a mystery. So let me see if I can find it. And this is just another issue that constantly with, I mean, all I did was turn off my regular clock, which has no relationship to the replay clock. So I have no idea why the replay clock disappeared. So rather than set up the trade, because you can, unless it went behind, well, we'll check. Okay, bracket of 4, one contract for 3 ticks, one contract, I think I know where it went, for 8 ticks, a stop of 8, and then the entry time, remember it was a 4 o'clock trade, so it would be 15, 59, 54. We want 6 seconds roughly before the trade. It's a breakout trade. It's on playback. So if I apply it and okay it, there's my my replay came back. Now enable the trade. And now let me record it too. Then you press the play on the control center and watch the trade will play out. Press play. There's your orders. They came out early. I know why I didn't set the time. It's okay. Make sure you set the time. This is the time you're using. So it's 11 seconds, 12 seconds. After 20 seconds, I would cancel this trade. So you could see there was no movement. There was just no trade. There was just no trade. So the error I made is I neglected to set the time. Don't forget to set the time. No, I didn't. Actually, I didn't. 15:59 is 3:59:54. I meant to do 58. Okay, that's why it was early. So let's say you do it over, right? With NinjaTrader 7, when you go back and change the time, unless they've updated it, and I don't know it. So remember, your starting time of the trade is 3:59, 3:59:58 p.m. We want 54, 3:59, 3:50, 3:59:54. Now, see how NinjaTrader starts from the beginning of the day? It's insane. Let me send one of our members the link to the trade room so he can get in. Bear with me, folks, because I want to show you something else too. Bear with me 1 second. All right, so after it goes through the whole setup again, and that's the problem with NinjaTrader 8, you can set up the trade again. We have it set up, so it's there, and you can play the trade again. So you play the trade again, and I still think there's a bug in the program because it put the brackets on before I asked it to. All right, I have the trade triggering at 58. That's 3:59:58 and put the brackets on way too early. So I have to send them an email that there's a bug in NinjaTrader 8 time. So let me show you the difference between doing the same test in NinjaTrader 7. Benicio, I'll send a new email today and make sure. I'm going to change the website also so that there's no possibility of putting a wrong link on, because it's unbearable. It's literally unbearable to have these problems. They're not your fault. I'll fix it. I will fix it right after this room. So let's say you're doing a replay in NinjaTrader 7. Go to File, go to Utilities, download replay data. Yesterday's date happens to it's there already, 10/14. We're trading gold in the Empire State, so you look for your GC 1219, click it, okay it. And there's no data. Okay, for whatever reason, Ninja has no data, so I can't download it. I'll do it with something else. We'll just make up a trade. Let me just try one more time. You can be connected to live when you download data, but you cannot be connected to replay when you're trying to download replay data. You can be disconnected from live or connected to live, but you cannot be connected to replay. So utilities, download replay data. Yesterday was the 14th. Maybe because of the holiday, they didn't record. I didn't think the markets closed early yesterday. If that's the case, looking for GC 1219. Okay, there's no data. So let's just say we're looking for an NQ trade, all right, yesterday. Utilities, download the replay data. Yesterday was the 14th. I'll download NQ 1219. NQ 1219, yesterday's date, okay. Interesting, so there's no data yesterday. Let's do a different day. Utilities, download replay data, we'll go to Friday. We'll go to Friday. Let me find us a trade so I can download a trade. Last Friday, did we have University of Michigan? Yeah. So we'll download a 10 o'clock trade. Last Friday was the 11th. We're going to download gold, GC 1219. See how data downloading shows up? So you wait for that to finish. Then disconnect your live. That's my live connection. Then I'm going to connect market replay. Put your charts on the chart that you're trading. We're trading GC 1219. And now at NinjaTrader 7, you have to set up your trade on the right chart. You need two charts. Right click, strategies, double click our strategy. Let's say we'll trade the open yesterday. All right, we'll just do a breakout trade on the open. So I'll make a bracket of 8, a breakout trade. My entry time is going to be 9:30. One contract for 7 ticks. One contract for 20 ticks. A stop of 20. Okay, and I have an entry of 9:30. I'm on replay. Enable the trade by double clicking so it's true. Apply it and okay it. Then you'll be enabled. Now what you can do is make sure you're at the right time. So the first thing you have to do is go to 10. Oh, you know what? We were doing gold, so forgive me. Let me set it up properly. We were doing University of Michigan. So strategy, I'll change the time. Bracket of 4 for University of Michigan. The trade's at 9:59:58. Two contracts for 4 ticks. One contract for 10. Stop is 8. Enable it. Everything looks good. Apply it and okay it. We're already on the gold chart. So you just have to set your time, 10. The date was 11. So make sure your date is 11 on both of those. Put an 11 in. Right click the blank space, click on go to. Make sure the time matches on 11. And then put your time in a few seconds before the actual trade. It was a 10 o'clock trade. So I put 9:59:54 and I make sure it's AM. All right, so I'm on gold. Make sure your charts are spaced. And now if I play it back, it's going to work. University of Michigan in 4 seconds, my brackets will appear. There's my brackets at the right time. There's our trade. It hits and fills the first target. So you can just replay the trade. It's positive, but it's fighting you. It's not following through the way you'd like it to. But you've already got your first target, 2 for 8 for 4 ticks, so that's 8 ticks. Now I wouldn't want to get stopped out and lose my profit. So when it goes positive, I want to at least move my stop to break even plus a tick. So now if it kicks back on me, at least I've made my 8 ticks. So now it's heading down, and bingo, it hits that second target. See how much smoother replay is? Now say you want to do the replay again with NinjaTrader 8. Most of the time, all you have to do is go back to your control panel, go into the blank area. Don't ever move this arrow or it resets the strategy, so you have to enter the strategy in from the very beginning. Go to this blank area, right click it, go to, the date is correct, 10/11, and put the time of the trade in again, 9:59:54. Make sure it's AM, okay it. Double check that you're still enabled and you still have your icon. That means you don't have to re-enter the strategy. All you have to do is press play and it'll redo the trade for replay. There it is. And we know if we just leave it be, it's going to hit our target because we watched the replay. And that's how you do a replay with NinjaTrader 7. It works much more reliably than it does with NinjaTrader 8. NinjaTrader 8 just seems to be full of bugs on their replay. NinjaTrader 7 is reliable. I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is. And it's going to hit the target. And there's your replay. Okay? That's how you do a replay with NinjaTrader 7.